Hello and welcome to the season pass video thingy. Today we discuss Captain Cold, the 17th episode of 1990's The Flash. Fuck, this is ironic.
All of my friends sure and put in the time. They're wasting their money and living a life.
Oh yeah, I like this a lot better. This is good. This is good. Oh, not just the layers. The episode too.
Hi, how you doing, sir?
Air conditioner's on it, Fritz. Make it cool in here.
Oh, don't you worry about a thing. Cool is my specialty.
Yeah, after several forays into really comic book storylines that just failed to deliver, we've finally gotten an episode that holds up to the quality standards set by, well, episodes like The Trickster. Now, this episode isn't as good as The Trickster, but it's definitely better than The Deadly Nightshade. Let's talk about that. Captain Cold in the comics is Leonard Snart, a principled and extremely professional rogue with ambitions of wealth, women, and killing the Flash. Despite that third homicidal motivation, he's typically careful to not pick up heavy-duty death tolls, often committing crimes without a single intended death. Here he's a hitman. And an albino. Sure. This isn't the Captain Cold comic fans know and love. He's definitely principled and operates on a twisted sense of honor, but he also has much less respect for the working man.
Huh? What?
He's quick to place civilian lives in danger, often with the intent to kill. Also, he's a fucking hitman. Again, this is a Captain Cold who just kills people for money. And yet, it works surprisingly well. While we couldn't help but imagine the possibilities of a properly adapted character, setting aside comic book preconceptions allowed for an enthralling, if pun-laden story.
The Iceman cometh.
Rather than give us the far more personal stakes presented by the Trickster, another villain given a drastic but enjoyable makeover, here we're given, well, a colder version of the character, played with cool confidence by Michael Champion. Ice! For Barry's arm candy of the week, we have total bitch-tard reporter Terry Cronenberg, played by Lisa Darr. She's easily the worst female character we've been given so far, and considering that list includes the nagging psychiatrist from Deadly Nightshade, you know you're in for quite the trip to Crazy Town. And Barry, well, Barry just likes to stick his dick in crazy. For you Reanimator fans, we get a small part for the living legend himself, Jeffrey Combs, sporting slicked back hair and a mobster dialect so cartoonish it might actually be racist.
Work on that tan.
It's a little disappointing that he wasn't given a more prominent role, say, Captain Cold himself, but he's still a welcome splash of color in the cast. We also get a subplot involving everyone's favorite terrible cop Murphy writing an autobiography, which is one of the highlights of the episode.
No. Hard-hitting cop. Unsparing author. Murphy. This is great.
Cronenberg is definitely the low point, but she at least gives us a handful of ridiculous moments to laugh at and ridicule. Captain Cold and the Murphy plotlines are by no means deep or even very well written, but the actors pull it off so well you'd have to be one cold bastard to dislike them. The only huge negative to this episode is the culmination of the third act, which, if you're A, comic book fan, or B, we're expecting the show to go past one season, you'd be really, really upset about. Still, it's a small concession for an otherwise super enjoyable episode. Captain Cold is essential viewing for anyone following along. No way about it. Fuck, I'm terrible at puns. Next time, the producers felt that Reverse Flash was a little too out there, so they decided to give us Retarded Flash instead. Bring it.
All of my friends sure and put in the time. They're wasting their money and living a life. When are we going to throw this out in? Cut off from our families, our living pretend. When are
Peanut butter disaster.